I had a hard childhood life. I didn't have an easy one. I got put away when I think I was 9 or 10. My mom signed me over to the state like I didn't belong to her, and they took me in a sheriff's car. And I was behind the bars in the sheriff's car. I didn't eat a lot of this stuff up there. That's why I won't eat rice today, because I ate too much of it up there. I wish I had a big sister to talk to, like they got now. They got big sisters, big brothers. I wish they had that when I was growing up.
Hey, I've got a story for you, right here today, and some history too. Never fade away, listen what I say, stories here to stay. Never fade away, and never fade away.
This is Never Fade Away, an oral history project centering untold stories by and about people with developmental disabilities in Ohio. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the storytellers and not necessarily endorsed or representative of the producers. I am your neurospicy host, Kate Siahaan-Rigg, and this podcast is brought to you by LAD, a Cincinnati-based organization grounded in the belief that all people have ability and value. LAD empowers adults with developmental disabilities to live, work, and connect. Here are some of their stories.
Never fade away, listen what I say, stories here to stay. Never fade away.
This week on Never Fade Away, we are talking to Edwina. So Edwina has received services from LAD for over 4 decades, but as a child, she was placed in the Columbus State School, now called Columbus Developmental Center. So Edwina, she lived in this institutional setting from the ages of 10 to 21 amongst a mixed population of people with physical and developmental disabilities. In the 1960s, parents were kind of encouraged by doctors and educators to place their disabled children in state facilities, essentially just to kind of like give up on them altogether. And also, Edwina was never given a formal diagnosis or even really a reason for her institutionalization other than being what they said was, quote, slow at school. You'll hear her talk about it. Today, Edwina shares her experiences in a setting known for overcrowding, understaffing, and really poor living conditions. She then goes on to tell us about the things she wished she could have changed, the things that she enjoys most today, and the pleasure of independence. So let's take a listen.
Edwina, I'm so happy to meet you. I don't think we've met in person before, have we?
No, I don't think we have.
Well, I'm happy to meet you. I've heard a little bit about you from nice people at LAD. I hear you're a pretty entertaining person.
Yes, I am.
So why don't you tell me a little bit about your life, Edwina?
Well, my childhood life, it was hard. I had a hard childhood life. I didn't have an easy one. I got put away when I think I was 9 or 10. My mom signed me over to the state like I didn't belong to her, and they took me in a sheriff's car. I was behind the bars in the sheriff's car.
And did they tell you why they were putting you in a police car?
You know what? I can't remember. Mom just signed me over to the state, took me to court. I was at home 1 minute, gone the next. I spent 12 years up there.
Was that in Columbus?
Yes, Columbus State Institution.
Can you tell me about what life was like at that school?
It was like an institution, but it was hard. It's just like being in jail, almost. Because you had to stand in line outside, wait for the food. And in all kinds of weather, you had to stand outside to wait to get your food. It's like a cafeteria thing, sort of.
And what kind of food did they give you?
Well, mostly rice.
Did your parents tell you why they were sending you there?
I can't remember.
Ohio was the second state to establish a residential school for people with developmental disabilities, and this happened in 1857. It was called the Ohio Asylum for the Education of Idiotic and Imbecile Youth. That's when it opened its doors, 1857. Now, it's called the Ohio Developmental Institute. The facility has had a bunch of changes in name over the decades, and when Edwina was there, it was simply called the Columbus State School. In the 1950s and 1960s, parents routinely put their disabled children into institutions on the recommendation of doctors who advocated focusing on the siblings without developmental disabilities. Historically, institutions operated outside of oversight and were designed to basically be places where people were just hidden away. There's one called Orient State, the notorious Orient State Institute, as a matter of fact. It was part of the Columbus State School and had its facilities upgraded in 1984 to become a prison. Yes, you heard that correctly. They made it nicer when it became a state prison. Meanwhile, Edwina lived back on the main campus.
I know I was too slow in school. I said, psychiatrist at Land, she said I had no business being in a place like that, just because I was too slow.
Has anybody ever told you that you have a disability of any kind?
No, I can't remember.
So you spent how many years? 12 years, did you say, in that place?
Yep, 12 years. I had to sleep in a big dormitory with other people, other kids. It's one big room. We had a living room and we had the bedroom. But everybody slept in one. Everybody slept together. But we had our own bed. It was like one big room.
And did you make any friends while you were there?
Well, I met the two little brothers. They had cerebral palsy. I remember I met them. I can't remember their names. Michael was one of them. They both had cerebral palsy. They was both brothers.
What was the school like? How were the teachers?
They didn't teach you much. Well, they teach how to write and all this stuff, but nothing fancy about it. I mean, you didn't learn much.
Do you remember any of your teachers?
No, not really.
So tell me, like, if you had to describe it to somebody, like, how did you feel while you were living there the whole time? What was it like living there?
It hurt. I cried every night. I asked God, why was I put up here for? What did I do wrong?
And did you have anyone to talk to about those feelings?
No, not really. I didn't have nobody to talk to.
Did your parents ever come and visit you?
Nope. There's my dad. He came up to see me, but then my mom choose to hit me, so the judge made him stop seeing me. So he was the only one that came up to see me. Every weekend till my mom stopped it. It was not easy. It was hard. It was a hard life from my childhood. It was just taken away from me.
So, Edwina, when you first went in there, did your parents sit you down and talk to you about it at all?
I can't remember. I don't think so. They did talk to me about it. Said they're going to put me away. She went to the judge, and the judge put me in there.
The judge put you in there.
And a lawyer. Yeah, they stuck me away. Mom just signed me over to the state.
Can you remember what a typical day would be like?
Well, you had to wait for your food all the time. 3 times you had to wait for your food to stand in line outside. And I had to share a room with one big room for the living room and the bedroom. In the bathroom, that's all we had, and the showers. I think we had laundry facilitated, laundry stuff. It's hard, huh? See, the people worked there, the residents who was there didn't do much. Watch TV, much to do, went to school, didn't learn much, didn't get to graduate.
What were the ages of people in the place in Columbus when you were there?
They was probably around like 9 or 10, like I was, maybe a little older.
What was
a lot of them was in wheelchairs.
So people had all kinds of different disabilities, is what you're saying, in there?
Right. Some of them was in walkers, maybe some of them was in wheelchairs. Like the two brothers, they had cerebral palsy. They was in a wheelchair.
And was it easy to fall asleep at night there?
I didn't like being up there.
What was the worst thing about being up there?
Just being in there is the worst thing. Not being at home. Not having nobody come up to see you or write to you. They never wrote to me. Not even a card.
Who did you talk to all day long?
The residents and the residents lived there.
How did you end up getting out of there?
Well, when I turned 21, that's when I got out. And my mom came up to get me.
And where did you go?
Back home, which I made a big mistake doing. Because I wanted to get a TV set. My sister Phyllis got a TV set, but when I wanted to get one, Mom said no. So that's when I decided to leave home, move out. So I went to the Star Center up on Harrison Avenue. I asked them, do they know a place I can go move into? And they told me about LAD.
Okay, so tell me how that all worked out.
It worked out real good.
Founded in 1975, LAD, which stands for Living Arrangements for the Developmentally Disabled, opened its first residential location on Victory Parkway, Cincinnati in 1979. Now, LAD was conceived as an educational facility with the idea that the residents would learn to live independently and then move into community-based settings where they could continue to receive support for employment and daily living activities. Edwina was one of the first residents and has been served by LAD for 46 years, 10 of which were as a resident on Victory Parkway.
So when you went to Star Center and LAD, what did you say to them? Like, how did you convince them to take you out, help you move?
Well, I just told them I wanted to move away from my mom. That's all. Just want to leave. Get on my own. I've been on my own all my life anyhow, so I might as well go to LAD.
What was your first apartment like?
I lived in house 3. Well, I had a bedroom, had a living room, kitchen. They teach you how to cook. It was nice. I liked it. I was independent.
Well, what does being independent mean to you, Edwina?
Well, it means I do things for myself. That's what it means. Well, when I couldn't do before, I couldn't cook when I was at home or that place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You had to go to bed at a certain time. You had to go to bed at a certain time. Yeah, you had to go to bed early. And I wasn't too happy going back home. I wasn't too happy. Didn't want to really go back home. Just the way she was treating me, wouldn't let me get a TV set. That kind of hurt. Well, she let my sister get one, but she wouldn't let me get one. That kind of hurt. So that's when I started to move out.
And did you get a TV when you moved into your new place?
Yes, I did.
That's good. What do you like to cook, Edwina? You said you like to cook. Tell me what you like to cook.
I know how to do sloppy joes. And you brown the ground beef up, then you put the sloppy joes mix in it until it's done. Then you can take it out and put it on hamburger buns, and you put coleslaw on top of it.
Who taught you to make a sloppy joe?
Cece did.
Amazing. So now
She works for LAD.
you've lived with LAD for a long time, right? Did you ever have a job, Edwina?
Yeah, I worked at Star Center up on Harrison Avenue. Piecework, it was called. And I worked when I was up at Columbus, I worked at Goodwill up there. Went to work every day at Goodwill. Went to work. Worked in it's like Star Center, did piecework up in Columbus.
Sheltered workshops in the United States began in the 1800s and were initially established to provide jobs for people who were blind. The first known sheltered workshop was established in 1838 at Perkins Institute for the Blind in Massachusetts. The first modern sheltered workshop began at Goodwill Industries in Ohio in October of 1959. And this workshop was certified by the U.S. Department of Labor and was where Edwina went to work in a bus every day. She was sorting and assembling hardware and other items piece by piece. That's why they call it piecework. The concept of sheltered workshops was pretty positive in earlier eras when people with disabilities were considered unemployable. But some argued that separating people with disabilities from the rest of the workforce made it harder for them to integrate into society, and they questioned the benefits of repetitive and monotonous tasks for low pay. Sheltered workshops are still operational, and many are now transforming their working models from within.
What's piecework? Explain piecework to me.
They pay you by they pay you by piece. What you do, like screws or something, you put screws together. You get paid by piecework.
And did you like your job?
Yeah, I liked it.
Who'd you work with, and what was it like?
Well, like work with other people, and went to work every day. Came home, up there, came back to the institution.
Oh, wow.
I had to ride the bus to work, back and forth to work.
So how old were you when you were doing this piecework?
I imagine I was around 15, maybe. I started working when I was either 16 or 15 or 16 when I started working.
And you said it was piecework. You were putting things together, right?
Yeah, putting things together. Yeah.
Did you get paid?
By a piece.
Oh, that's how much?
I guess around $20, maybe more. I don't know. Shoot, I can't remember.
$20 for a piece or $20 for a day?
Piece, probably the piecework. I don't know. I don't know how I forgot how they paid you. I can't remember.
Piecework, whether it's sorting buttons or assembling boxes, is paid by the piece. And under Section 14C of the Fair Labor Standards Act of 1938, an employer can pay sub-minimum wages, yes, that's right, sub-minimum wages to workers with disabilities. That statute is still in place as of this taping. So even though Edwina and her colleagues at the sheltered workshops got to keep their money, they would be making well below minimum wages and take home, just a few dollars for a full day's work.
Because I really would love to know more about your life at the institution.
Well, you had to take a shower. By yourself. You didn't have nobody in it with you. We had chores to do, yeah. We had stuff like that to do.
What kind of chores did you have to do?
I guess keep your room clean, I guess. I didn't like being there. I ran away from the place. So when they caught you, they put you in this room it's like a door where they close it on you. And you're in this room for so many hours. It's like a cell or something. They put you in there by yourself.
A solitary cell?
Yeah, solitary. And they lock the door behind you.
How long did you stay in that solitary cell?
Probably for a couple of hours, probably. I don't know. A day, maybe.
How many times did you try to run away, Edwina?
We just made a plan. A bunch of us did and took off.
Took off where?
To the houses across the street. We didn't get very far. Just trying to get away from the place. We had security guards up there. It's like security guards, like you got in prison. That's what it felt like.
Did you ever see anybody getting hit in the institution?
Probably. I can't remember. I never got hit. It was really hard being in a place like that. We can't describe it. It's too hard.
Okay. Now that you're living independently, what are some of the things you love to do or have loved to do?
Well, I could walk up to Kroger's in Hyde Park. I like doing that. Cece takes me out. We go out to eat, go to the grocery store, go shopping for clothes, stuff like that.
Do you have any family members left, like siblings or anything?
Well, as far as I know, I got Phyllis. She's in a nursing home. I know where she's at. And Ellen, my brother, I don't know where they're at. I don't see them. My sister, Ellen, she's the oldest, and Phyllis is the youngest. Me and my brother was like in the middle between them two. That's how I got treated.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Well, I didn't get spoiled, and Ellen, I don't know, she had a hard time too, because when she got involved in drugs, she got put in Longview State Hospital. But she got out before Iron did. Yeah, she was up there for a while because she was on drugs.
Did they ever come and see you while you were in the institution?
My family, no. Only my dad did. He brought my sisters and brothers up there to see me, and he came up too. Yeah, my mom stopped him from seeing me.
Why did she do that?
Because she accused him of hitting me, but he never did lay a hand on me. And that wasn't true. He's the only one that came up to see me.
Are you still mad at your parents for putting you in there?
Well, I'm not exactly mad at my mom, but it kind of took my childhood life away from me.
I mean, if you could say anything to them now as an adult, what would you say to them?
I would ask them, why did she do it? She would never tell me why. I asked her that, she wouldn't tell me. I felt hurt.
In those days, were you able to call them on the phone, or did you have to write letters, or how did you communicate with your family?
Well, I never did communicate with them. Never did. She told me when I turned 16, she said she claimed she bought me stuff up there. She never did. She never sent a package up there or nothing. I never got to go home for my birthday. I was 16. Never got a darn thing from them.
Well, I was going to ask you, did you ever get sent home for holidays or visits or anything?
Oh, for Christmas and summer, that was it. But I only got to spend like 2 weeks with them. Then I got put back up there. It was fun. I liked it. But it didn't last long. 2 weeks don't last very long.
What would happen during those 2 weeks? Did you feel like a normal family?
Yeah, I think so. When I got turned 21, that's when I got out. I was in my 20s.
Well, I'm really glad that you got to get out and live independently. That's pretty awesome. How's your life been since you got out independently? How are you feeling? How's it been?
It's nice. I like it. I like being out. And that place I was in, it's a group home now, just like Lad is. It's a group home now. It's not institution anymore.
What's it like for you now? What are the fun things you do?
Well, I retired when I turned 65. I retired.
Retired from what?
And I work on puzzles, 1,000 pieces. I do puzzles, 1,000 pieces. And I take walks to Hyde Park when it's not so cold out. I do fun things.
I'm really enjoying getting to know you a little bit. And it's really a privilege to hear about something that we don't hear about anymore, because a lot of those institutions, as you know, have closed, right? And changed.
Yeah, they did close. Yeah. Mine closed and they made it into a group home.
If you had not been sent to an institution, what do you think your childhood would have been like?
Probably would have been a lot easier. Well, I'd be at home. I would have been. I don't know how I would have got treated, though. I don't know how she would have treated me. Because Phyllis got spoiled. Ellen, she was the first one born. She probably got spoiled a little bit. Not as much as Phyllis did.
And were you jealous of your sisters?
Well, I could have been.
It's okay to be. I think you deserve it. I think about what you're telling me. Going to sleep every night in a big, huge dorm room full of lots of other kids.
A big dorm room. You had like walls in between you, like you call them columns. Was in between you.
And were you on bunk beds or single beds or?
Single beds.
So there's this huge room. It's full of single beds, right?
Right.
And is it boys and girls or just girls?
Girls.
Just girls. So you got this huge room.
They had boys in one building and girls in the other building.
And then you're all told, what time did you think you went to sleep? Do you remember?
Probably around 8.
8. So everybody's in bed at 8 o'clock, all different ages, right? All different ages.
Right.
And you're
some was younger than me and some was older than me.
Some people had physical disabilities, like people in wheelchairs, right?
Yeah. Right.
And so you're
wheelchairs.
So you're in this huge room with what, about 50, 100 people? What do you think? I mean, what do you imagine?
Well, maybe 50 people in one room, or maybe 15. And then we had a big living room we all hung out in.
And all day long, you're just hanging out. Like you're not even, are you going to school at all?
I went to school there for a while until I started working. Then I went to Goodwill.
And so now at the age of 15, you're sent out to do piecework, right?
Right.
So every day, I guess right after breakfast, you get on a bus?
Right.
Okay.
Downtown. Right.
And then
we went past when I was on the bus, we went past a prison workhouse where they kept prisoners at. A real tall wall. Remind me of something like I was in, because they had a wall, because we had a fence around our place. A fence all the way around. And had security guards there, like a prison would have. That's what it felt like.
How'd you feel in that moment, though, when you were still running and they hadn't caught you yet?
Well, it felt good. Felt good to get out. They did take us up camping, and they took us to the circus.
Really?
We went camping. They won't let everybody go camping, just certain ones. Like me, I went camping.
Where? How?
Well, it was I can't remember where we went camping at, but it was around Columbus, in Columbus area. We did go to the circus in the fall.
What was that like?
It was fun, seeing animals and stuff like that.
So most of the time, though, it was just get on the bus, go to work.
Right.
Come home, eat, go to sleep.
Right, it's about the same.
Am I missing anything?
We got to watch TV before we went to bed, though. We got to watch TV. So they had one big room, and everybody was watching the same thing.
You sound like somebody who likes TV a lot, though.
Oh, I do.
So it must have been kind of a trip when your parents wouldn't let you get a TV when you moved back, huh?
Right. That's when I started to move out. If you wouldn't let me get a TV set, that's when I started to move out. It would be, just tell you like it was hard. It was not a good life. It was hard. It hurt a lot. I was mad. I could maybe hit something. I just didn't like being there. I would have loved to have been at home, but never was. You had to stand in line and wait for your food. It was cold time you got there. It was cold. It wasn't worth eating. I weighed only 90 pounds. That's all I weighed when I was up there. 90 pounds. I didn't eat a lot of this stuff up there. Because it was always cold time you got there. That's why I won't eat rice today, because I ate too much of it up there.
Was there anything on the rice?
Just plain rice. Rice for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Are you happy that they closed down institutions like this?
Yes.
Why?
I was happy. They're not there anymore. And people don't have to be in a place like that anymore. They've done away with them. But it was too late for me. Should have done away with them a long time ago. I wish I had a big sister to talk to like they got now. They got big sisters, big brothers. I wish they had that when I was growing up.
Edwina's talking about Big Brothers, Big Sisters of America, which is a program that's been around for a century and a quarter. It started in 1904 when New York City court clerk named Ernest Coulter was seeing more and more boys coming through his courtroom, and so he realized that having mentors and adults could help a lot of at-risk youth stay out of trouble. And around the same time, there was a group called Ladies of Charity who were befriending girls who had gone through the New York Children's Court, and they would later become Catholic Big Sisters. And then in 1977, everybody joined together and they formed Big Brothers Big Sisters of America, joining forces with 357 different agencies, started mentoring all kinds of kids, including kids with disabilities. And unfortunately, Edwina was not able to take advantage of those programs while she was in school.
Yeah, that would have been nice, huh?
They didn't have that.
Yeah, you were like really on your own, Edwina. It seems like you were all by yourself.
Yeah, I was.
That must be really hard for a little kid just trying to figure out how to survive in a situation like that.
Yeah, it was tough.
I'm glad you tried to run away. I'm surprised you didn't run away more than one time.
Yeah, I'm surprised too.
I mean, you've done amazingly well now. So when you got out, when you went independent, where were you working after you got out and you lived by yourself?
Well, I worked at the station up on Harrison Avenue.
Uh-huh.
I got hurt up there too.
Oh, how?
Well, some nuthead let the guard up and let the machine run, and my finger went right through the machine. I almost lost my finger.
Which finger? Let me see.
This one here. I almost lost this one.
It's got a little bend in it.
Yes, it's got a little scar right there too. He had to rush me to the emergency. I had to take me to the emergency room. I had to hold my hand up because I almost lost my finger.
So this was also piecework you were doing?
Mm-hmm.
What were you putting together?
Cut clothes into rags. That's how I got hurt. First, when I got finished there, I went to work at a restaurant. Well, see, when I came home, I supposed to went to Goodwill. That's what I was supposed to be assigned to. But somehow my papers got messed up. They put Star Center on there. I supposed to went to Goodwill instead. I had a job. Star Center gave me a job. I got a job working at a restaurant.
How was that? Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was all right. It was fun. It was a job. Paid you more. Then I went to work at Walmart's.
Okay.
For 8 years.
What'd you do at Walmart?
Mostly working on the clothes, putting the clothes back on the hangers, stuff like that. Then they had me doing the bathrooms. I had to do 6 bathrooms, men and women's. And I had to wipe down the refrigerators. I had to wipe them down. Then I made one mistake. My boss fired me.
What was the mistake?
I threw some glasses away, glasses like this away. I didn't realize it. They didn't tell me what to do with them. My boss didn't like me in the first place, so he fired me.
I'm sorry about that. That's a bummer. I mean, did you like working there at Walmart?
Yeah, I did. I had 2 nice bosses, but the third one, when the other 2 left, this one came. He didn't like me.
How do you know he didn't like you?
Because he had it in for me. And as Bart said, Don't feel bad. He didn't like anybody. He probably didn't like him. He probably didn't like himself neither, because they got rid of him after he fired me. They got rid of him.
I hate it when someone fires you and then the minute you're fired, they get fired. And you're like, see, I was not the problem.
It was him.
Exactly.
He was the problem.
He was the problem.
They got rid of him. He went to another. He didn't get fired, but he went to another Walmart. They just got rid of him.
I mean, so after Walmart, where'd you work?
Went to the YMCA.
Okay, what'd you do there?
To the women's locker room.
I've been to the YMCA. That's the one with it has a swimming pool, right?
Yeah. Well, then we had a man boss. The other girls was doing what they felt like doing, standing around talking to the residents. They was talking to them instead of doing the work. I was doing all the work. So when my boss retired and we had a woman come in, I told her what they was doing in the women's locker room. She took me out and made them do the work. She took me out and put me in the exercise room. And I was cleaning that up while they was in the women's locker room.
See, that's fantastic. I love that you stood up for yourself and just told her what was what.
Yeah, because they were just standing around talking because they know a guy couldn't come in the women's locker room. I was doing all the work while they were standing around talking.
And is that the last job you ever had?
Well, I worked at 2 restaurants. I worked at the zoo for 3 months.
The zoo? That must have been amazing. What'd you do at the zoo?
The dining room area.
So you were mostly like cleaning and sorting? Is that mostly what you were doing at the different places?
Yeah.
You must have gotten really good at that.
Oh, yeah.
What is happening?
I did have a boyfriend up there, but it didn't last long.
Okay, tell me about your boyfriend.
He was a tall guy. I can't remember his name, but I went out with him. I had 2 boyfriends up there. And I had one when I came to Cincinnati. I had one, but it didn't work out between him and me. I was going with him when I was at Ladd. He wanted to get me pregnant, and I told him no. Not until I got married. So we broke off. He got somebody else pregnant. Wasn't me.
You were not in the mood to get pregnant?
No, I want to get married first before I decide to do that.
Of course. So now that you're in Cincinnati, like where are some of the places you've worked and hung out and stuff?
We go to the grocery store on Wednesdays. Then we go out. Then I get all my groceries put away and go back out again. We go shopping or something like that. Mm-hmm. Menards.
Right, Menards. Yeah.
We go there. We go to Jungle Gyms, stuff like that.
You like to shop, Edwina. You're a shopper, it seems
Oh,
like.
yeah. I get a few things.
So we're going to wrap up in a minute, but I just want to take one more look back. If can you tell me some of the best memories you have in your life? Anything. Could be a Christmas, could be a vacation, could be going to the store, whatever you like. What are some of your best memories?
I love to go to Smoky Mountains. I went there with my mom and my sister. We went to the Smoky Mountains.
How old were you?
I was in probably my middle 20s, maybe.
Okay.
We went to the Smoky Mountains.
What was that?
It was fun.
And what was it like?
We had a lot of shops around there. They had Dollywood down there. We went to Dollywood. We took a tour bus up to the mountains. Something happened. Met Dolly Parton. Well, no, not really, but we went to Dollywood.
Wow, that's amazing.
Sandy loved roller coasters. We went to Kings Island. Me and Sandy went to Kings Island. We stayed up there for 2 weeks. 4 days. We went to. Cece took us up to Kings Island. We stayed in the hotel up there. When we was at the YMCA, she did a terrible thing to me. She turned everybody against me. Nobody would sit with me at lunchtime. And I went and told Lee about it. She got on all of them, including Sandy. She had apologized to me for what she did.
Was this something she did to you a lot?
No, it was the first time.
Tell me more about Sandy. That's your sister?
No, a friend.
She's like your best friend?
At the time, when she did that, no. I got mad at her because she had no right doing that to me. It made me it kind of hurt me. Yeah. Well, I know I would sit with me at lunchtime. She turned everybody against me.
Did you tell her that it hurt you?
No, I didn't tell her. I told Lee and we got on them about that. They
Who
all
was
got in
late?
trouble.
Who was late?
My boss got on all of them.
Why did you ever have a roommate?
Well, I had two of them, but on Montana Avenue. We got into it, and we just like went to our own. Then we got to our own apartments. I didn't have no more roommates after that.
Did you like having roommates?
Not really, because it reminded me too much.
Because what?
Not really. I like to have my own place where I was at.
Yeah, I understand that.
Not
Did you
really.
have any privacy when you were at Columbus?
Nope, didn't have no privacy at all.
What do you mean?
Just didn't have any privacy. You had everybody was there.
I just really, you know what, Edwina? I'm so curious about what it felt like sitting in the cafeteria, what it smelled like, and like what it was like to look around. Like, what was that?
It wasn't easy, I tell you that much. It was hard. It was hard. Didn't like being up there, being away from my family, not having nobody come up to see that. I was lonely up there. Didn't have nobody around.
And did you like talk about it with the other kids? Did you guys talk about this together?
No, I don't think we did. I don't think I did because it was be too hurtful if I did. I'd be trying.
How did you pass the days? I mean, did you have a stuffed animal or talk to yourself or?
No, I didn't have a stuffed animal. No, didn't have no animals up there. I asked God why was I put up there. I asked Him. I cried every night and I prayed to Him. I asked God, what was I put up here?
What did God say?
I don't know. I never got an answer. I guess.
Did they give you clothes?
Yeah, I got clothes
was it like
up there. Yeah,
or was it your own clothes?
my own clothes. They gave me clothes, but they had your name on them, like pants, tops, shorts.
Was everybody wearing
like
the same
that.
thing, or was it like different everybody?
Different. Everybody
So
wearing
was it
something
normal
different.
clothes like everybody had?
My normal clothes, no uniform.
And what about
nothing
like
that.
towels and sheets? Were they nice? Were they scratchy?
Nice. I mean, it was nice to sleep on. I guess the towel was all right. Wasn't yours though.
Nothing was yours, right?
Nope, nothing was mine.
And like in the shower, are you by yourself or are you in a group shower?
By myself. I think we had showers all along there, but you had walls in between them.
Was it like a room
Yeah.
full of showers and then you went into your?
Yeah, I think so. And had bathrooms all along there, but you had a door to close the door behind you.
Did you ever feel scared of any of the other kids that were in there?
I probably felt the same way they probably felt. Why was they up there too? They probably felt like I did.
You guys, none of them you ever stayed in touch with, or did you?
No, I never stayed in touch with them. I think that's it.
All right. Well, thank you very much. It was really great talking to you, Edwina, and getting to know you a little bit today.
It was good talking to you too.
Memories of days gone by, how we were, the when and why, living with a disability, the story of us, the story of me, never fade away, never